Hey guys, it's Pete. I hope you guys had a decent Thanksgiving. Everything went well. So what I'm going to do now, briefly, well, not briefly. Um, I'll try to make it brief, but there's a lot of stuff we got to go over. Thanks for the traders who send me their charts. Um, they really tell me a lot. So guys, doing your chart reviews, you know, yeah, is it take extra time out of your day? Yeah. Do you need to do them to be successful in this? No doubt about it. So if you want to be successful, guys, you have to do your chart reviews. Okay. I prefer to do them daily. If you don't do them daily, do them every other day, whatever. But they must be done. Um, and for those that are still having issues, um, you know, being green consistently, I need to see your charts. Um, that's the only way I can help you. And by me pointing out certain things to you on the charts, will hopefully put all the pieces back together for you. Because the charts tell me a lot about your trading and where you are and what you see or what you think you may see when you enter a position. So, I can talk to you, for 2 hours on a phone versus spending 10 minutes going over a chart with you. And going over a chart with you will be a lot more effective on you. So, on these charts, I'm just going to pretty much tell you what I see, what was done right, what was done wrong. By no means is this meant to be, uh, criticism. It's constructive. It's constructive criticism. You have to realize what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong in order to get consistent. It doesn't mean you guys know I make mistakes. Everyone does, but you just got to minimize them. Okay. So again, for the new traders, um, please don't add. Please don't add until you get the basic concepts of the method down. Okay. So, that being said, yeah, I still do have a turkey hangover. Still tired, so I might sound a little drained. But this is a long time coming. So we're going to start with this PDCO. Okay. This is a 2-minute chart, which is great. So this trader, you can see where he entered and where he got out. Okay. So red shorted. Here's where he covered. Okay. So he shorted down here at the bottom, and he covered up here at the top. So me being, I don't know, I was going to kind of throw you guys some questions, but they're good. I gotta be rhetorical. That's why I really kind of want to do a live webinar soon, and just so we can get some back and forth feedback on these things. So, and for me, obviously, this is not hindsight going over these charts, because you all know what the signals are and what the signals aren't. Okay. And I know you're all studying and watching the webinars because I get the emails that you're doing so. So with this was PDCO. Pretty sure I said that. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So opens up. Let's get to the open here. Opens up. All right. Big sell off came up. Tested 920. Continues to sell off. Okay. You can see this little candle right here. Actually, let's go over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Opened up, sold off, tested 920, came all the way down. Okay. Then conference call started. You see this wick right here with this volume. Okay. With the MACD histo flip. Then the next candle with this green volume. Okay. A bigger histo, which is larger than the one before. So it kind of bottomed out right here. I'm not gonna say kind of. It bottomed out right here, and most of you guys, I hope would have recognized that because of these two volume bars and the candles. I have a webinar that has candles on it, and the 6 or 7 that you need to know. And this would have been covered in there as a short-term bottom, looking for a bounce. Okay, to short it down here, you already missed the move. The move's already done. You know, and on top of it, look how close you are to the lower deviation band. Okay, so the entry, if you missed this entry, this was the secondary entry right here, because we will always want to short into strength, okay, and then cover when it comes down. Okay, so this right here was the initial short or secondary short. Okay, down here you miss all this move. And even if it does go down, what's it going to go down? Just down to this lower deviation band. The risk reward is just not there at this time. Plus, you have these 2 big volume candles, MACD histo flip. This is the area you should have been covering in. Okay. So then, of course, you know, it runs up, test VWAP, got the 920 cross, and the trader covered. Okay, which I'm glad he covered where he did. But even though the trade wouldn't have worked out because of the volume in MACD histo, this would have been the area to try the short. Okay, so you shorted down here where it should have been your cover from your short here. Okay, you got trend line, came all the way down. Down here, you're just way too late to the move. Way too late. So share size on this one has nothing to do with it, but you know that is part of the issue. Stop was way too big, but the bottom line is there was no setup to short this stock way down here. Okay, I didn't even count the number of candles without a pullback, but that's, you know, something else. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. You gotta expect a pullback. Okay, so this was too late of a chase, way too late of a chase. You shorted into buying. Short covering up to VWAP. That's where you covered. And like I said, that's where you probably should have tried to short and keep your stop right above VWAP. So your risk reward would be in line, and the market will be more on your side. So you can't expect the market to give you much more after a huge move like this without having some kind of retracement. Okay, these 2 big volume bars are key. The MACD histo flip is key. It's increasing in the buying, which is key. And you know, it's just too close to this to a lower deviation. Okay, we want to catch it up at the top of the deviation and ride it down. Or if we're going long, you want to buy it at the bottom of the lower deviation and take it up. Okay, if you shorted it here, you know, here, put in another high, no reason to cover. Here, no reason to cover yet. You would have got a little bit of a wash, but then you would have seen this area was holding right here. Look to the left, trend line. Probably would have been a good idea to cover. And then the thing just grinded all the way up. Okay, this would have been a nice long. Right here would have been a beautiful long. Why do you say that? Well, it's been consolidating here for like 2 hours, just grinding out VWAP. And as soon as this high is taken out by a higher high, and you got the 920.50 cross, it's going to retrace some of this move. What's my expectation? My expectation is it's going to go up to the upper band. So you take some long and you ride it up to the upper band. All right, so what happens up here? It gets rejected at the upper band. Right? You see, it's just getting stuffed. Look over here, you got trend line, resistance, you got resistance. This would be a good area to take it short, right here. So you got one leg down, it's holding it, another leg down, holding it, and you cover at the end of the day. So this was just not an entry to go short. That's all. It was no setup, way too late to the game, way too late to the game, and you have to look at everything. You got to look at the volume, MACD histo, where the price action is in relative terms to the upper and lower deviations and your risk reward. So, that this is a simple explanation. It just wasn't a good entry. It wasn't an entry at all. Up here was it, or better yet, pre-market here was it, and it would have been a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. So whenever you see these two volume bars in MACD histo flip and this big sell-off, you need to anticipate a pop. Okay? You need to anticipate that because that's what's going to happen. So, whoops, let's close one. All right, here is another one. This is HSIC. I played this a couple days ago. It was pretty good. So let's see what this trader did. You gotta find these arrows. Okay, here we go. Here's a short. Here's the cover. Okay, I think I had this up pretty much the whole day because of this move right here. This is like, holy shit, what's going on with the stock? Anyway, had a big sell-off at the open. Look at this volume. Huge volume. Really, really, really huge shift though right here. So big sell-off. You gotta expect some kind of retracement. Okay, came down, held VWAP, came back up, held the upper deviation. So right here, okay, if you wanted to try to take it short and risk to the upper deviation, you could have. Was it an ideal setup? No. This pretty much was like probably a C plus or a B setup, which I would have taken. So start making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And it starts consolidating right here. All right, this is what I like to see in my trades. You guys know that. And then all of a sudden you got to anticipate the 920.50 cross, which happens. Cross VWAP all the way down, and you cover. While you cover here, you got trend line right there. So you always got to look to your left. Okay? So that was your short entry. One of them, anyway. I would be very surprised if anyone caught this one. And this one, I'd be surprised if anyone caught that one as well. Same here. This one is the safe one, all the way down. So as far as taking it long, it would have been a great long play. I didn't take it long. I took it short, as always. But again, as far as a short, this would have been my first short entrance right here. Risk with the upper band. Came down, came back up, made a new high, which we know that's what market makers like to do, and to get some people trapped, get some, newbies shaken out of the trade. And then they snapped it, consolidated, snapped it again. So from this short up here to here is where you would have covered. You would have shorted it here, let it ride here or add, and then cover here. Why here? Look to the left. This is where you have all this garbage, congestion, traffic right there. So that's why you cover. You anticipate it stalling right there, which is what happened. Okay? So short was here, add or let it ride here, cover down here. You don't want to cover here. I mean, you don't want to start your short here because you're too late to the move. The move already happened. Okay? And this late into the day, you can't expect to have a monster move. It was just a bad entry because you're missing the move. And I think this trader is missing the move is because he wants to make sure it's set up before he enters, but you can't do that. You have to anticipate the move happening and enter before the move happens. Okay? I mean, once the move's happening, there's no sense in getting on board because you're going to be chasing it and you're going to be stopped out. And that's exactly what happened here. Okay? So this was the entry for a short. This was another entry for the short. Write it down, let it work. Snaps, cover into the snap because you got trend line support right here. And if you want to go even further, you got trend line resistance right here, which carries yourself across right to there. Okay? So again, the short wasn't here. Okay? This is the cover. The short was up here. Okay? I know it's not like a broken record, but by the time it gets down here, the move's over with. It's done. It's done. I mean, and I can see exactly, why the consistency is not there. It's just, two charts, which I love seeing. It tells me again how you guys are trading. Two charts with poor entries that are happened after the move has taken place. It's like you want to join in the trend because you don't want to miss it, but you already missed it. So you're just hoping it's going down, but you're not taking it on the setup. Okay, you're not reading the candles, the candlesticks, or the volume, or the MACD histo. Very, very important that we get in the move. Like here, this is where you get in the move. Okay, you get in lower high, lower high, lower high. All the MAs are declining. As soon as it pops, as soon as it snaps, you're already in it. You're anticipating this. Okay, so if you're here, what's your stop going to be? Your stop is going to be when this high is taken out. And it never took out this high. It held the 50, 920 cross, you ride it down, you cover, you got trend line support, cover, and there's a run up, which, again, I wouldn't have taken. But this short I would have taken. You cover down here. So this one feels like Best Buy. I think a lot of you guys got hurt on this Best Buy. Regardless, I don't trade Best Buy that much, just because it doesn't. It's not as predictable as other stocks are. Okay, and I wouldn't be adding when stocks are unpredictable, like Best Buy or Blue or Kite, all those little guys that I can't stand, because they just don't trade normal sometimes. So here's the initial short from the trader, okay, and you can see. Well, hopefully you guys can see, and this is why I really, really wish we could do this live. Tell them to say, hey guys, what's wrong with this entry right here? What's wrong with it? We took a short. Looks like it's going down. What happened? Why didn't it? You shorted right going into the lower deviation band. Okay, where was the short, guys? I can hear shade now. Right here. This was the initial short. Right here. Okay, you got all this trend line resistance. You expect to fade at the open, and you cover at the lower deviation. You don't short into the lower deviation. You cover. You use that as a sign. Hey, people are going to be buying here. Algos are going to be buying here. That's where you want to get out. You want to take it long? Yeah, take it long here with your stop being below this lower deviation and ride it up to the top. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, so then it came down. Okay, very important here, guys. Came down and it held VWAP, right? Which means it made a higher low. Okay, that should tell you that, okay, it held this trend line. This stock is strong. I'm getting the hell out of it. So it pops back up to the upper deviation. And I know a lot of you guys added up here. Okay? And you shouldn't have done that. Period. Why do I say that? I say it because it's a strong stock. Okay? It held the upper deviation. It faded, but it held VWAP, which means it made a higher low. If it went all the way down here, that's something else, but it stopped halfway if you compare it to this move. It only made half of that move, so the stock is strong. Goes back up, test the band, band's starting to turn upwards, and it's off to the races. Done. See you later. Lose my money, and that's the way it is. you need to recognize like little things like that lower high, especially when you're trading overcrowded stocks like Best Buy. I mean, you can see the trend. I mean, it's just grinding, grinding, grinding. A little parabolic there, pullback, held a 9, came up, held again. It's just this thing was strong all day long. Okay, at the end of the day, you want to look for a fade. You look for a fade at the end of the day. You know, um, but you can't short into places you should be covering because the move was here and you entered it here, so you missed the move. And I'm glad the trader sent me these charts because I know exactly now why he's having difficulties. You're missing the move. You're not taking the setups, or maybe you're not recognizing the setups, or you want to be sure the stocks are working in your favor before you take them. Which, if you do any of those, you're not going to be around. But you're gonna lose too much money. You have to take the setups when they're setting up. There's so much less risk up here. Maybe this will help you guys. Which one do you think is riskier? Shorten it here or shorten it here? This one is a riskier trade. Well, you say, yeah, but it's already in a downtrend. Bullshit. Not in a downtrend. Because it can rip up on you, which it did. Here, your risk is limited. What's your risk? Your risk is to close above the high. That's your risk right here. There's less risk here than there is down here. That's how you need to look at it. This is simple to correct if you have your mindset where it needs to be. Okay, you can't play it safe and make money at the same time. Okay, this setup has a lot less risk than this setup. And if you start looking at it that way, you're like, holy shit, Pete, you know what? Maybe you do know what you're talking about a little bit, Because if this high is taken out, you're stopped out for 20, 30 cents. Instead, you come down here, you short right into the lower deviation. Look at that candle. Boom. This right here is the exhaustion candle. The move's done. The move's over with. See you later. Things going back up. You get caught in this move up. Okay? Came back down, held VWAP, lower high. Hey, man, this stock's pretty strong. Yeah, but what about the volume? Fuck the volume. The stock's telling you what it's going to do. Okay? This volume's so big because it's the open. Okay? This volume has been pretty much steady all through this time. And what's the trend? The trend's going up. Okay? And when you add, okay, which, I spoke to, this trader. I don't want any traders adding, unless the traders have been with me for a while. Because if you start with 200 shares here and you add 200 shares here, that's going to do like almost nothing to your average, guys. Almost nothing. Okay? So the proper way to add, which is a double-edged sword because I want to tell you how to add, and most of you guys know how to add, but I don't want the new guys adding it because it can kill you if you don't have the discipline to put your stops in. If you're starting with 200 shares, right, and the stock pops a point or two against you, you think adding the same amount of shares, a point or two higher, is actually going to help your initial 200 shares? Well, what, maybe 20 cents, 30 cents? Nothing worthwhile. You start with 200 shares, and if you feel so strong that you want to add, you got to do a 3-to-1 add. So you got to add 600 shares up here to get your average close so you can get out on a quick snap. Adding even shares, 200 here, 200 here, that's not how you add. And that's not going to do anything for you except tie up your buying power and lead to more losses. You do heavy adds for one reason only, to get your average price up to a point high enough where on a quick snap you get out without losing your ass. Okay? It's as simple as that. So let's see what else we got. All right, hold on 1 second. Come on, load already. I think we did this one. We just did that one. All right, let's check this one. That's HSIC. We did this one already. Best Buy. Just did that one. All right, we didn't do this one. Looks like Hertz. All right, so here we are in Hertz. Oh man, some conference call action going on there. This might have been a day 2 play. I don't know what's going on. Let's see where we are time wise. All right, this is a hell of a move. Second day play, bam, all the way down. So here, there's a lot going on in this chart. Okay, it actually starts right here, and it carries all the way through. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute just to look at this chart and see if you see anything. First of all, any type of patterns. Actually, you know what? Start it over here, way up here. There's just so much going on in this chart that kind of speaks for itself. And I think I can say that. I think Zach in Chicago can say that. You look at this chart as a whole, okay? First of all, the first thing that I look at is where the stock's coming from. All right, and all of you guys need to realize where the stock is coming from in relative to the move that you're expecting. Okay, if the stock's down 3 points already and it's a $30 stock, it's 10% move. It's not really, the probabilities aren't there that it's going to move another 3 points. You already missed the move. You're better off just checking off the stock and finding another stock. Okay? You always need to know where the stock is coming from. And I don't even know if I ever told you guys that or not before, but it's kind of like, yeah, you know, kind of like common sense, but maybe it's not. I don't know. You have to know where stock's coming from, because this, number one, is important to this chart. Look where it was. Day 1 sell off, boom. Second day play, sell off, boom. Okay, so here we go, third day play. All right, it comes up. It's testing the upper band, right? And you look over to the left, you get all this congestion. Could be a double top. Yeah, it could be a double top. But wait a minute. Let's break this down. Look at the volume. Okay. Look at the MACD histo flip. Okay. Better yet, look at this overall pattern. You got a reverse head and shoulders, which I know is in my webinar. More importantly, look where the shit's coming from. Look where this stock is coming from. Okay? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Don't you think this stock is due for a retracement? Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. So the play really on this stock, if you were going to play this stock, you would be looking for a little pop back up, because this thing got the shit kicked out of it, for lack of better words. And yeah, I'm cursing a little bit today. Sorry. It is what it is. This would have been the long right here. And I don't take a lot of longs, you know, but I'm starting to notice them a lot recently. Maybe because the market's at all times high. I don't know. But get the volume there. You got the MACD histos rising. 920 VWAP 50 cross. You could have taken this long and you covered right there. Okay, I totally get why you would want to short it there. I understand that. Okay, And this, out of all the entries so far, this one passes. Okay, this is okay. You know what? I can understand why you took this entry here. It makes sense to me. Okay, but you have to look at the big picture. You have to. You gotta look at the volume. The volume is like one of my go-tos. If a move happens and there's no volume, you guys know it's not gonna last. So, but I understand you took this because of double top and trendline resistance and the upper deviation band and everything else. But look at that volume. Look at the MACD histo, which is rising, which means the buying is increasing. Okay, and then as soon as it takes out this high, as soon as it takes it out, you get out. You cover, period. Because where's the stock going to go? The stock is going to make new highs. Well, why do you say that? Well, shit, look to the left where the stock is coming from. Okay? So you got people riding this stock as a swing short in addition to the intraday shorts. Now you probably have some institutional buying down here because the thing's so damn cheap. And it just keeps on coming up. So you got a combination of retail buyers, institutional buying, and short covering, taking this all the way up. Okay, you don't want to short into that. Okay, if you didn't have this volume bar, okay, you say, well, maybe that could have been an exhaustion. No, because you're in an uptrend. Things coming from here. You know, you're still riding the 920/50 cross. You got ascending upper deviation band. Nah, not today. So as soon as this high is taken out, you get out of the trade. Here, if you want to try it, I can see why you want to try it there, because then you got more trend line here. Okay, but I'm glad you didn't, because it wasn't the right move again. Okay, but you say, well, it's kind of consolidating there, Yeah, it is consolidating there, but it didn't take out any moving averages. Nothing special about the volume. You know, nothing special about the MACD histo. The only thing is, it's just rejecting the upper deviation band at this point, which is starting to flatten out. So you get the pullback. That's where you buy at the pullback. You know, as Velez says, every time a stock that's in an uptrend pulls back to the 9, you are supposed to buy, and vice versa. Typical scenario here. Beautiful case for it. So I understand, I get it, why you thought that this would be a short. You know, not a bad thought, but when you further analyze the chart, you will see why it wasn't the right thing to do. And it's not a big deal. Just take it off as soon as the high is broken. Simple as that. You know, once it keeps on going, you're just hoping, and it's not going to happen. You just take off the trade, take the 10-20 cent loss, and find something else that's going to give you a setup. If you know a stock is down big, you know, shorten these moves back up is not the way to go. Okay, because it's healthy for the stocks. The stocks need to have pullbacks. All right, let's see what other ones we got. HSFC. All right, let's do this one. So it's like car, probably the same day that Hertz was traded. Again, you know, not my favorite stocks to trade. But I know, you know, a lot of you guys trade these, and it's good. You know, you guys want to trade them, trade them. I'm looking for, okay. So here's, deep breath. Okay. So here's the open. Okay. Opens up. What do we got? Elephant bar. What's above you? 200 and the upper deviation band. So as soon as this low right here, this guy is taken out by this guy, he goes short. Right? So this elephant bar, elephant bar, elephant bar, elephant bar, elephant bar. This was the short right here. Okay, if you miss that, hop on this guy. Okay, take it down. That was the main play right there. Okay, Then you got a little more red volume coming in. You got the MACD histo is starting to decrease and it's starting to go up. See, it's getting closer and closer and closer to the neutral line. So you're going to have some buying coming in. Okay? Buying, short covering, whatever. So I can't believe all these elephant bars. I have to go back and check this chart. I don't see like barely any wicks. I mean, I know my eyes are bad, but they're not that bad. So anyway, that's your main short. Okay, so the stock comes back up. Powerful, man. Powerful move. Very powerful move. Okay, beautiful increasing MACD. That's what we want to see in our longs. Okay, increasing volume. Volume increase there. Where? Well, it was bouncing off of VWAP. So there you go. There's your volume. It's going to go higher. Kept on going higher. Kept on going higher. Okay, so it kind of topped out right here. Look to the left. Made a little bit of a new high, but it still kind of held this trend line. Give 30, 40 cents. Okay, if you wanted to short it, okay, it would be in this area. Right up here. Okay. Here, and even up here, it's like C setups. It's not a great setup at all because you got all your MAs down here. Okay, it would have been a great long with the 920 cross. Great long. You had the volume, you had the MACD histo, but trader shorted it right here, anticipating this move to continue downwards, even though there's no setup. He took this purely, I would think, on just because it's at the upper deviation or close to the upper deviation, which is you can't take a trade just on that unless you have other confirmations. So it kept on going. This might be the 50 here. I'm not sure what this MA is coming down. But if you took it short here or here, I could say, okay, you tried it off the upper deviation. You know, you have the MACD histo starting to decline, maybe some selling coming in, but it never really gave you like an A to an A plus setup, not even a B plus setup, ever. And here, you know, you're shorting just because, like I said, you're shorting it because it's going into, you know, the upper band. I would assume that that's why he did it. So share size again has nothing to do with this. It's just not a good setup. That's all it is. It's just not a good setup to go short. It would have been a great setup here to go long. Why? I'll give you 3 quick reasons. Low, higher low, higher low, breaks out. All these higher lows are telling you guys, hey, I'm getting my bitch and I'm going uptown. Okay? Higher low, higher low, higher low. It's important that you notice these little tells. Okay? You can predict moves just by looking at the candles. That's why I need to know the candlesticks. So, you know, if you want to short this, like I said, I can understand that. Or if you want to short this because it's making lower highs, I can understand that. You get a little bit of a fade, but this stock's not going to make you a lot of money. I'll tell you that. And here you got the 920.50 cross. I can see it short here. You got consolidation that broke down. Okay, toward the end of the day, I can see it taking it short here and riding it down. That I can see. Okay, but here you're just hoping because it's going up to the upper deviation that it's going to come back down, and there's nothing, no inclination on my end to make me feel like that would have been a trade for me to take anyway. So let's see what else we got. Going over this guy. Going over Best Buy. Going over HSIC. All right, let's do some more charts. Just sit tight, guys. I know the screen's blank. I'm coming. I'm just trying to pull up these charts without the rest of my emails popping up. But, you know, I got some highly sensitive shit in my emails. All right. Coming back over. Okay, I was hoping there was arrows on these. I don't think there is. So we'll have to, well, good thing is this trader is doing the perfect thing with size. Perfect thing. 50 shares. Beautiful. Taking a short until he gets it down. Okay, so this is Burl. Okay, I know a lot of people played this. He made a monster move at the open. Okay, got a lot of shorts trapped with this breakout right here. We got this doji. Okay, so a little bit of a pullback. Trend line support. That's just grinding. Fake breakout, probably during lunch. Yeah, 12 o'clock. Fake breakout, back up. Still kind of holding the 50. Then it starts slowly breaking down. But right here, you can draw a trend line. As soon as this breaks, that's your short right there. That's where it is. If you want to take it here based off this doji and look, you know, just for like the 9 or the 20, that would have been a nice scalp as well. But the play was after all this consolidation, you really could have took a short here. Okay, but safe short was right here. As soon as this low was broke by that low, you take it short. Right, that's where the short would be. It's a shame that none of us took this long, unless no, you didn't. This was a monster long right here. So we have 11.55 short sell 89.97. 11.55. So probably right here he took it, right around here, and then he covered at 12.15, probably like right about here. So just a lunchtime trap. That's all it is. You know, I mean, it was a decent setup here. You could say it was, let me see, 11.55. Could say a little bit late. Well, he's probably waiting. I know why. I mean, he wanted VWAP to break, which is good. But again, lunchtime, which is why I don't trade during lunch, and just no follow through. So it wasn't a bad setup at all. You know, it could have been a little bit late, but I know why. He wanted VWAP to break, which it did break. It just never snapped. And he came back up, and then here was the actual real move. It was right here. So not a bad entry. Two things you had going against you was lunch and trend line. You know, you take this trend line, draw it right there. That's why I stopped there. Simple as that. So what else we got? Second day play. Let's see what we got. We got SIG. Double top 93 area. Stopped out. Support 200. Good. Awesome. I love when I see these nice explanations like that. Both these guys have them. It's good. So second day play. Double top 98 area. I'm sorry, 93 area. Yep, there we go. Hey, arrows. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, this actually would have worked, Shay. Yep, you had nice little doji here. You know, held the 200. Okay, double top, short it. Just would have patience. You would have caught that nice little drop right there. So you know, it wasn't. This double top was nice. If you caught it up here, You know, maybe you're a little bit late on the short, but you probably wanted this MA to cross and close below it. But here your risk, you know, would have been minimal because your risk would have been the high of this candle. So I like that doji. Then you got really not much going on. This right here is a very bearish candle. And then you got your red, and you got your short. So it's not a bad setup at all. It would have worked out, absolutely. I agree. That would have been a nice trade. Let's see what we got here. We got another SIG. Man, look at this move this thing did. $92.81. 10.08. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm getting good. I can see these freaking arrows. Get back here. Okay. So, this was a nice trade, I think. If I'm reading it right. So, short 96. Yeah, I mean, nice trade. Nice scalp trade anyway. It was good. Opened up. One top, double top. Took it short right here. Covered down right on a 200 in VWAP, which is very nice. And it looks like he covered here, going right up to the 9. I probably would have let that get tested a little bit more. And then once it failed, you know, covered back down here again at VWAP. Other than that, nice trade. I mean, nice little scalp setup. Very good. Just look to the left. You get all this here, 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 and here. Very nice. Nice trade. I like that. That was good. This would have been a nice little scalper here too. Off this 920 into the 50. But I like that trade. That's good. Nice, clean, quick trade. Nice setup. So this is Burl. I know I went over Burl once. I gotta figure out who's yeah, I think this is Chase. Yep, I think I just did this one. Same thing, fake breakout, cover. That's all. So good thing caught the fake breakout and then he covered minimal or minimal loss. But again, you know, the move was right over here. That would have been the move. So get some more charts. I wish there was an easy way for me to do this, guys, but just hang in there. Shit, I just see this one. Sig Burl. Just have patience, guys. Wednesday. Alright. Tuesday. I'm coming, guys. Alright. So here you have MDT. I had a really nice trade in this one last week, I think the week before. So you find these arrows. There we go. Okay, so you can see it open it up, kind of grinding, riding the bottom band, hitting VWAP. So look at this, boom, huge candle came in, and it looks like he shorted this candle, which I probably would have done the same, even though it was close to this. It's a very let me see where the hell we are. Oh, it's at the open. Okay, you got a couple days here. Sorry, guys. It's hard to to figure out other people's charts, even though we all have the same lines. So it looks like he took a short at the open, and then he covered up here At open, plan too short. Moving average close upper band. Okay, so I guess he took some short here, and then he probably covered here. Covered, didn't wait for the setup. Yeah. So I mean, obviously here was a setup where he covered. If I'm reading this correctly, shorted and then covered. Here was the nice setup. Okay, the upper band, lower high, right candle, and then a perfect fade. And then maybe he shorted more here. Covered. Unless, you know what, he probably covered, like shorted and covered the same candle. That's what it looks like. Covered, shorted and covered. Even though it looks like short. There's no green arrows. But maybe he added these arrows himself. And then he shorted again and then covered here. Covered. So if that's the case, that's a perfect trade. You're right off the 50, you got the upper deviation band, lower high, beautiful fade down to the lower band, and you cover for profit. Nice job. You know what happens next? Real big red volume comes in, red candle, then you get the uptrend. So hopefully I'm interpreting these charts correctly, because if so, that's a nice trade right there. Really nice trade. Here's another PDCO. Beautiful short right at the open. I was pissed I missed this one. This is a beautiful short right at the open. So we have a short right here, which if you look to the left over here, wasn't a good setup. Just because you have all this trend line support, you got to expect it to hold. Okay? Consolidation is great right here, but it never give you a reason that it was going to break out yet. So shorted here and probably covered here. I don't really see a trade there. Maybe a scalp trade, but I don't like to scalp unless I'm bored or not making any money. So to me, just not really a good clean setup. It never broke this area and it never broke this area, which I don't want to see for me to have a proper risk reward to get into a trade. DLTR. Looking for arrows. All right, long play trend. Moving average cross. Engulfing candle. Pops above. VWAP. Enter target. Stopped out. 50. And then worked 70 cents. Entry was good. I'm just looking for your arrows. So I'm going to say, I don't see any arrows. I'm going to say that he went long around this area. I caught this out of the gate. For a nice long setup. And came down and held VWAP. Made a lower high. And you actually could have taken it short here. And then it was holding the 50. Oh, here we go. Boom. Here we go. Okay. Again, right here, I don't really see the setup there. Played trend crossing you up long. Okay, so he took it long here. Okay, and the reason I would say, I didn't really see that or short, because you look over here, all this congestion. That's exactly where it stopped. So your risk reward wouldn't have been there. Okay, the good thing is your downside was limited because of the 50. So that was a great stop out right there. Great stop out. Then did the same thing here. Took it a little bit higher. We just took it to this one this time. Then you got the fade. So again, there's just not enough range here for me to be like overly excited in playing these. The good thing is, the trader used the 50 as a stop, You know, he didn't let it go away from him. He could have used this as a double bottom, you know, rode it up a little bit, but, you know, 50, 60 cents is not, I don't want you guys getting used to making that. You know, you have to go after the big moves. So I'd like stocks with a little more range. Like this open was nice. This opening fade would have been nice. And then the rest of the stuff, you know, just a matter of risk reward. But good stop. And I can see why you entered there for the long. You just got to always look to the left. I just covered that one. Let's find some more. Oh, all right. Again, nice share size for this trader. I like seeing that. HSIC. All right. So we got a nice short. This is a nice trade. Very nice trade. Perfect entry, by the way. Love the entry right there. It would have been nice to catch this. But anyway, nice entry. I like that entry right there. Very good job. So it looks like went short here. Took off some here. Why? Look to the left. Very good move taking some off there. Very good move taking some off there. Still had some. Got more out of it. Covered some there. Why? Look to the left. There's your little green doji. And then he took the last of it off right there. Right there. Almost at the lower day. This was a great trade. Beautiful trade. I like it a lot. I don't think there's anything that you could have done better. Step by step. Short, cover, trend line. Cover, trend line. Cover, almost low a day. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. The hell is that? Hold on a second. What the freak? I don't know if you guys just heard that, but that was drug and alcohol addiction commercial. Just came on my earphones. That's kind of fucked up. Anyway, if you heard that, I apologize. Anyway, nice job with this trade. Very nice job. Like I said, I wouldn't change a thing, man. That's a perfect trade. You should print that one out, man. Be proud of yourself. Great job. So what do we got here? PXD. I'm just reading the notes. Make sure I'm not missing any arrows. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I see. Beautiful long out the open. Consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Boom, there's your snap. Okay, good. Look at this guy. Sees the volume. Beautiful job, man. Beautiful job. I'm just trying to see if he went long or short. Anyway, I don't see any other arrows, so I'm gonna. I don't know. I'll tell you what I see. Beautiful consolidation. 920 cross. Snap. This is where I would have covered. So I'm just gonna assume for now, unless I see any other arrows, that's what he did. or he took it long here based on this, but I still don't see any other arrows. So I'm missing an arrow somewhere. But anyway, here was a short right here, 920.50, boom, taking a short cover here. Nice, nice trade if that's what you did. Beautiful trade. You know, you take a short here, what's your risk? Your risk is above the 50, which is minimal. You know, it's just a beautiful fade. Snap, boom, right down. Beautiful. Nice job. Look at the volume. Great job. Good trade. All right, this is another HSIC. Okay. Again, beautiful trade. I can tell you this already. Took it short. I don't have to read this. Took it short here, which is awesome. 920.50. Nice, nice elephant bar. He either added or took some off here, took some off here, and then took some off here. Almost near the low of the day. Look over here. Beautiful. And this is a different chart from the other one. So very nice job. Very nice job with this trade. Unless you're sending me in DOS and speed at the same time, I don't know. But that's a beautiful trade. You short the breakout right underneath the moving averages. You use your moving averages as your stop, and you just ride it down and cover on support or resistance. That's all you got to do, man. This is a nice trade. Very nice trade. Very nice trade. We got here ANET. Okay, so we got, looks like you got short here with a little double top. Okay, not bad. I mean, you got the doji there. It came down, came back up. No, I can see, you know, you got a little bullish or bearish stick there. I can see why I took this short. Thing is, it held the 50. So right there, as soon as it held the 50, I would have gotten out personally. And then it went up, and it looks like it covered up here. I don't think this trader added. I think he just covered up here. But again, this is just a perfect example, guys, of what's been happening past couple months is them taking those double tops, ripping them like, you know, another 30, 40, 50 cents, and then getting a fade. Okay? So this area, you know, like, oh shit, it's going to a new high. You know, it was great to get stopped out of, but always be aware that it's still considered a double top, and it's got some room to come down. Okay? So I'm glad you got stopped out where you did. Well, keep in mind that even though it's a little bit higher than this double top, it's still a double top. And you can always get right back in and take this down. Okay? But nice trade, nice shot. I probably would have taken this one as well. And I probably would have taken myself out right here. Actually. As soon as this was followed up by this little green candle, then this bullish engulfing, I would have been out too. So, good. Not a bad shot. PXD we went over already. All right. We have a couple more. I think we just did Tuesdays. Sorry guys, I know this is kind of like spotty, but it's hard to do. So I'm going through emails, looking through charts, and it's not like I can have them all open at the same time. It'd be too easy. Well, I actually could, but it would actually take more time. And I know how much you guys love hearing my voice. Son of a gun, man. Keep on pulling up the same email. I got Nice little promise from one of my traders here that he made to me in the group. It's funny, made me laugh. And I'm glad that you included the guy, because if you didn't include the guy in that, I don't know if I'd be able to accept it. So let's see what we have here. All right. So we are looking at HQI. What I do is just find those magical arrows. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Got you. So he was watching this gap at the open. Beautiful. Came up, hit the 50. You just purely watch this one. Watch the gap. And he came all the way down in this area where he would have covered. Beautiful. That's spot on, man. Nice job. You know, you short up here. What's your risk? Your risk is right here, man. It's like predefined. It's telling you what the risk. If it goes over these lines, you just cut your losses. Came all the way down, and even broke the lower deviation band. Right here, you got the double bottom put in, so you get out. Very nice job. Nice observation. And you know, whenever you guys get ready to trade the open, just make sure that you guys are fast on those keys, man, and don't get stuck. Oh, you dirty dog. Hold on. All right, I got another one. All right, so now we're looking at HLX. I think this is yeah, this is one we wanted to short at the open. Yep, excellent job. So that's it. You wanted to go short here, which was the perfect spot. There's no way in hell the stock was going to hold this crap move that it did. Beautiful short. What's your stop? Above the upper deviation band. It closed below it. You take it short. You ride it down. Where's your cover? Me personally, I would have covered here. Especially with this, you know, this big volume right there. I would have covered. And then right here, re-enter off of VWAP. What's your risk? Your risk is the high of this candle right there. And then you would have caught another, I don't know, let's say 50 cents, whatever this move is. Conference call comes, I would have gotten out. So this other conference call. And it just grinds away. But beautiful short at the open. Good recognition of your bands. Good recognition of your cover. Look at the volume. You can always reshort. But I wouldn't have been able to hold through this move. I just would have taken it right there with that volume and then reshort if I wanted to. But nice trade. All right, guys, almost near the end of them. This is probably like an hour, 15 minutes. It should be like 40 minutes. But it's okay. It's better to go over these trades so you guys can see what I see. And more importantly, I can see what you see. Oh, that's a gorgeous chart. All right, this is Footlocker FL. There's usually not a lot of volatility in this one. Earnings play, obviously. See a big sell off at the open. Nice retracement. Double top. Fade it back into the 20. Grinding up, double top. Short it to the 50. Now, right here, you got a little consolidation. All right. This candle takes out the high. So you kind of anticipate this little ramp up. Okay, if you want to take that short, that would have been a nice short right there. So it comes down, tests a 9 or a 20, comes back up, another double top, triple top. There's your short. You could have shorted here, you could have shorted there. And that's pretty much what he said, double top. That just fades all the way down. As simple as that. It's a great setup. Great setup. Very good job. I like that. Sometimes, guys, the simple trades are the ones that work out the best. Okay. Let's Foot Locker again. Looks like the same day. But again, triple top. You know, looks like he shorted here, covered here. Could have shorted here. Looking really, 20 cents. You should have just sat tight here. No really reason to cover. You see the volume, as you see, there's really not much volume. So just got people shook out, and it was a nice setup. They just shook you out. You would have held it. You would have had all this move down here. Double bottom recover. So, I probably would have covered here, just based on this. But you had the setup right. You just didn't give it enough room to work out. Again, guys, look at the share size. This is what I want to see out of you guys. Okay, until you get this down, there's no sense risking anything more. So CRM, positive trade, A plus setup. Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful short here, cover here, cover the rest here. Beautiful setup. Yeah, no, you're right. This is great explanation and a great setup. Beautiful. Nice job, CRM. I mean, yeah, I know who's who's looking at this. I know everyone here sees this, so I don't have to go into explanation. And the trader that gave me great explanation, and he's spot on. So yeah, short, cover, cover. Nice job, nice job. And trading the open is not easy, but once you understand it, you can make all your money just trading the open. And again, the same is true to the reverse. You can lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So let's see what else we got. Hold on. Okay, we got a bunch here, which is good. Be a good way to end this out. So we have MNK. I love trading this stock when it's in play. Beautiful short out of the gate. Beautiful. You guys see that? Beautiful. Nice retracement. Lower band up to VWAP. Okay. So here you take a short. VWAP rejection. Maybe you could nice little scalp short. Looks like what happened here. But you could have went short. You just held it, knowing that 50 was right there or wasn't going to go back up and test VWAP. And you would have caught this beautiful snap. Beautiful snap. Back up. VWAP. Lower high. Higher high. But trend line. Take it short. Lower high. Take it short. Ride it back down the trend line. Look to the left. Came back up. Lower high. Take it short. Trend line. Look to the left. I mean, you can do this all day long with this chart, guys. It's really all you got to do. Doji short, come down, look to the left, cover. You know, same thing here. Short, look to the left. You know, cover. So beautiful job recognizing this. It looks like we just got a little scalp here, which is fine. Scalp down to looks like the 20 here maybe. But you could have taken it short, held it, and then added or just kept on going, knowing that it didn't break the 50, that thing is going to snap sooner or later. And that's exactly what happened. So that's a nice trade. So is Baidu. Trade at the open, double top 167 level. Opportunity short. Target 166. Okay. Just trying to find the other arrow. I don't see the other arrow, so I apologize. But this right here, beautiful. See all this trend line? Snap all the way down. Beautiful trade there. If you guys caught this 920.50, beautiful trade. Sorry, I don't see double top 167, which is right here. Unless you just took it short here and covered here. So, unfortunately, I can't make this one out because I don't see the arrow. I'm reading this. Worked great. Opportunity is short. Target at 66. Stream day. It was good. So even if took it short here at 167 and then covered a VWAP, it still would have been a nice play. But what I like is this: one top, two top. This triple top. You even call it a clean double top at 168.50. Taking that short, testing the 50 here. You got the 920 cross. Beautiful fade down to the 200. That was a beautiful move right there. See, like the 2-point, 3-point moves is what we try to get. What we try to get. And that was a beautiful move right there. MMK. Covered this one already. Target. Double top. Pre-market 78 level. Lower band. Worked out nice. Got 1 point. Beautiful. So it looks like you got a double top from the 78 level pre-market, and he shorted it. Got a nice point out of it. Oh, okay. He didn't trade it. He's just watching it, but very good. Very nice observation right there. Double top here. I can see the circle now. Faded down the VWAP, cover for a nice quick point. Could have done the same thing here. And cover down here. Nice job. SBH. Okay, if I took the double top here, or the double top here, just wrote it down. This was a beautiful trade as well. Beautiful trade. What stands up for me is this long right here. I know, again, I don't say that too much, but this was a beautiful long right here. Absolutely beautiful. Why? Probably because of this conference call. 920.50 cross. With your stop. Stop is VWAP. It's beautiful straight up. Very nice job. You get one top, double top, short it, comes right back down where it should be. Beautiful job. And if you look at the next day, pretty much got a double top. That's where you got this downward trend coming from. So that's why it's so important to look to your left, guys. It's something so simple that very few people do or even know about. And then Caden went over. Let's see what else we got. I know this is kind of choppy, guys, but It's okay. Hopefully this is helping some of you guys. Okay, so we got RSPP. I think this is RSPP. This is an offering. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect thing with the offering. You know, they come out and announce an offering a lower price to get it filled. Once the offering's filled, the stock comes right back up. So I'm just trying to look for entries. Anyway, you know what you see here. You know, right here you got a doji upper band. You know, really extended far from the 9. You got to expect this pullback with this gap here. So you have to. Then you got a secondary down to the lower deviation band. And it popped right back up. The upper band, again, you got a little doji, came up with a lower high. You expect this fade back down. Now it's coming up. It's trying to make a higher high. Get stuffed. 920, 50 cross. What's going to happen? You're going to fade all the way back down. All right. So that was, you know, 3 nice plays there on one stock in one day. And then this is the offering. Made a low of 39. Once it gets filled, things gets right back up to where it was. Put in a new high, lower high. 9 starting to curl. You take it short. Why you take it short? Well, it's going from 39. Just had an offering. Yeah, it's diluted. Offering got filled. Made a high. Held a 9. Not parabolic, but straight up. Red candle right next to the green. Down, held a 9, bounces, fails to go higher. So you take it short. What's your stop? Your stop side of the day. You write it down, cover a previous day close or the open close line. Nice trade. You got double top here as well. And a double top there as well. So this trader is definitely seeing the right things, which is good. Very good. All right. See what these are. One, two, three. All right, last 3 guys. So this is AAP overextended, 25 points up. Short 163.29 below VWAP. $63. Probably around this area here. After the moving nose cross. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here, here we have the area he's talking about shorting and covering. The short would have been up here if you wanted to short it. I know you want to wait till VWAP crosses, but if you look to the left, every time VWAP crosses, it held. So it's either no trade at all, or you know, you got to short it when it's higher up. because your downside here, this might have been a point or two. I don't know how big the scale is with this, but your downside, I would consider limited, just because it's held this area the whole day. So, and if you get shorted here and you got here, maybe it is a point. I don't know. But the risk reward to me wouldn't have been worth it on this chart, unless you're looking at a different chart and it shows up differently. Nvidia, this day was a monster day. Second day play at the open. Okay, well, the buy would have been on this pullback. I think I got some short on the second day here, but this would have been the buy on this second day play. Mainly because it came up, tested the band, held VWAP up into 9, right? And you get the volume spike. It's a very bullish candle right there, short-term bottoming candle, and it's just straight up the whole time, riding at 9 the whole time. It's been a beautiful long. You could have seen too, if you're waiting for this double top to short it, it never even came. Never, just took off right through it. That was a nice example of buying the dips. So this zebra is up 10 points. Looking for the short watch tops. Analysis. Okay. So he was looking to short it here, and he would have covered here. That would have been a nice play. Very nice play. Nice job. Nice job. I like that. Oh my God, hold on a second, guys. Sorry, guys. Ridiculous. So, anyway, nice trade in that zebra. Very nice job. AAP went over. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end up there. Hopefully that made sense to a lot of you guys, and hopefully it helped. The more chart reviews you send me, the more I can help you. So please send me the chart reviews, and looking forward to getting back on Monday and hopefully having a good couple of weeks before Christmas. And I'll see you on Monday. Any questions, shoot me an email. Thank you.